What's poppin', family? You know who it is, King B the Great, coming at you with another informative video on the update of the Rkelly trial. We're going to take a look at the update of the Rkelly trial. I really didn't know a lot of people liked Rkelly or loved Rkelly. I love Rkelly too. Free Rkelly. Free Rkelly right now. This man need to be set free. But I'm not going to hold y'all long on this video. And I appreciate everybody who's been rocking with the King from the very beginning. And if you just coming in the room, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. It don't cost nothing to hit that like button. So hit the like button and like it because you love it. What? And this video right here is for a subscriber of mine. Her name is Diva Divine. This is for you, Diva Divine. It's no fake news. It's real. And this is what's up. I don't know why you got something against Rkelly. I don't know. Maybe you with the feminist movement. I don't know. But Rkelly is getting set free. What? Don't hate, congratulate. I want you to take a look. I want you to take a look at this, Diva Divine, and let me know what you think, Diva Divine. Like, what? Bam.
Real people like you. We are still featuring Rkelly, real name Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as the R&B King. A flashback at Rkelly's history of allegations and court cases will reveal a time when Jim DeRogatis, the man considered Rkelly's worst enemy, decided to launch an investigation that saw Rkelly's mansion searched and supposed picture evidence gathered. The good news, however, is that this evidence, which was collected from Rkelly's residence in his absence and unlawfully, was quickly determined null and void by the judge. For this reason, the charges were dropped. Rkelly, who had been arrested in Miami while shooting a music video, walked free, something that drove DeRogatis nuts. The law of exclusion of illegally obtained evidence had worked in favor of Rkelly, an indicator that when a case meets a judge who is sober and conversant enough with the law to respect it, even the most complicated cases can be solved. Important to note, though, is that this law did not change yesterday. It is still valid in U.S. law to disregard illegally obtained evidence, and this is the reason we are failing to understand why on earth Rkelly is still held in the MDC, well knowing that a prison officer was directly involved in a series of phone tapping events, through which much of the evidence produced by the prosecution against Rkelly was acquired. Considering that this evidence and more was collected illegally, the Brooklyn judge, Ann Donnelly, should have dismissed the case way before, but she chose not to. The good news, however, is that she is not the final judge. An appeal, therefore, will likely return an acquittal for the R&B King, if all such important facts are taken into account. The challenge is usually when such a case meets a biased judicial system, and such is the reason we have so many claims of wrongful convictions. For judges, it's always a thin line between following the law and following sentiment. But basing on what the Me Too movement did to this case, I wouldn't blame the judges much. The level of media involvement in this case was just a little beyond the recommendable threshold. Anyone can easily get carried away and forget to do their job right, and that is to serve justice according to the demands of the U.S. Supreme Law. There are indeed scenarios where judges have put the charter aside to follow their sentiment and use illegally obtained evidence in court, and this has threatened the rights of citizens, raising concerns from some knowledgeable judges who hold the law supreme.
Illegally obtained evidence can now be used in court. The Supreme Court came to this ruling with a 5-3 decision. Local News 8 reporter Tasha Davis sat down with local law enforcement today to talk about this a little. Tasha?
Carol, let me break this down for you. This ruling was based on a case called Utah v. Streif. There was an anonymous tip of drug activity in a house. Police confronted a man, checked his records, searched him without a warrant, and found a small bag of methamphetamine. The stop was deemed unlawful, but now the Supreme Court is saying the evidence found in that illegal search can be used in court.
An anonymous tip, which is what was used, or which is what they had here, does not, by itself, is not reasonable suspicion.
The Supreme Court made a decision that evidence found during unlawful contact can be shown to a jury.
The thing in this case, I think, that was in question was the reason the person was contacted in the first place. The only thing the court's answering is, should that evidence be kicked out because of it?
Justice Sonia Sotomayor fears allowing evidence to be used from an illegal search will expand police power. She stated, "This case tells everyone, white and black, guilty and innocent, that an officer can verify legal status and invade at any time. But many states, like Idaho, have their own constitutions and where they give citizens an extra layer of protection under the Fourth Amendment."
Each state is allowed to apply their own analysis and give a citizen greater protection than the Fourth Amendment does.
People may be worried police now have the power to stop anyone at any time, even if you've done nothing wrong. But in Bonneville County, that's not how police stops operate, and they're not going to start that way now.
So I don't see this changing anything that the police are doing. I don't think it gives us the ability to just willy-nilly stop anybody for no reason at all. I think we're still going to do business the same way. We don't train to do unlawful contacts. We train to do things within the bounds of the law, and that's our job.
Now, the state of Idaho is going to have to deal with this question itself and put its interpretation into the state's constitution. If you would like to read the full case file, it is on our website, localnews8.com. In the studio tonight, I'm Taja Davis.
All right, thank you. The Fourth Amendment does not talk about dismissing illegally obtained evidence. That is the creation of the Supreme Court. Also, it was ruled today that police can conduct breathalyzer tests without a warrant. Police cannot, however, conduct a blood alcohol test without a warrant. Now let's check.
Also important to note is that almost all the so-called evidence the prosecution has arraigned before the court against the R&B King has to a large extent been obtained illegally. The videos, for example, which Jim DeRogatis is so proud to have exposed, were never obtained from Rkelly's house through a warranted search by the authorities. It's actually not known how and where these were obtained from, but whoever claims got them from Rkelly's house did not do it within the law, and this could be damaging to the plaintiff in their case against.
And there you have it, family. Now y'all know that all of those videotapes, those video recordings that they had of him with these different little girls or whatever they're supposed to be, they don't know where that came from, and they are not going to allow that because they did not get that out of his house. They don't know where that came from. What? But free Rkelly. Now we rise. I appreciate everybody that rocked with the King all the way through this video. It wasn't that long, but I'm glad y'all stayed. I love y'all. And whoever stayed to the end, I love y'all. Be safe out there. Stay out the way of the ops, the police. Be signing out. Now we rise.